keep back a bit to the ACC and the fight against corruption. What are your assessments presently of an institution where you lead and head? What do you think about the fight against corruption under this dispensation, the institution itself and the efforts in fighting corruption? Like you say, the fight against corruption, everybody, it will be everybody in fact.
Yes. Of course, everybody gets a different way and strategy on how we defeat corruption. When me be the ACC, I come up with a slogan, there is nothing petty about petty corruption. I bring up the strategy of flies and tigers approach. What I mean was this, that let we not say this corruption big, let we not say that corruption small. Because every act of corruption is a crime against the people, and it gets devastating effect them. Make I use this simple example. You get traffic police officer within a particular checkpoint. You get them wood motor car the way they come. In light, not they, on a one eye you get. You not get back reflectors. You reach now this checkpoint, you pull money, you get something 100,000. A small money that one day, you let her go. That particular vehicle, now a defective vehicle. You go along the way, you broke down at the highway, you park. Early in the morning, visibility can low because of the dew. You get that put or that taxi where they can wear on that day. People die. The 100,000 was petty corruption, but the consequences of that it's corruption huge. Devastating. So which is why I bring the slogan say there is nothing petty about petty corruption. You go for flies and tigers approach as well. Up and down, top to bottom, bottom to top, you forfeit them. Coming now to waiting at the sea now, there has been selective prosecution of cases at the ACC. I know so Yusuf don't come up with the issue here. As you know, Francis Ben Kaifala and Yusuf, we all get a small group where we there and we interact and we meet socially. And the fight against corruption as it is now is one that is not to write home about.
In what sense?
One, you know, people go can say, well, Sierra Leone, the ratings, they go high.
Yeah, the data is showing that. Control of corruption at the MCC, 76, 2024. And under your own tenure, we go way down to 49, control of corruption. That was 2018.
Okay, so let me give you it now. In the fight against corruption, and let me just remind you and other people that I am an expert in the fight against corruption because I get my master's in anti-corruption studies. So corruption is something we call a slow burner. The work we do today in the fight against corruption, the result not is showing itself today. They take time for the insurance. But now we come to this myth. I know say me and Francis Ben Kaifala don't argue over this a lot. So the MCC fight against corruption. Now year on year assessment.
Yeah.
The assessment they start from October the previous year and it end in June of the current year. Then you get July, August, September. Now that time they gather the data and validate the data. Then October of the current year, now in the MCC report they come out. So in 2018, the MCC report will come out in October 2018. Now for the previous year,
where you not been commissioner?
We may not be commissioner. That is from August 2017 to June 2018. And I left the ACC, I believe, on the 18th of June 2018. Francis Ben Kaifala became commissioner on the 4th of July 2018. Report come out on, I think, first week October. I mean, Francis was commissioner when the MCC report says Sierra Leone don't improve.
Yeah, but what do you say?
Yeah, just hold on for me.
Okay, go ahead.
Sierra Leone don't improve from 49 to 71.
Yeah.
And you no go talk say when you see woman, you yana, you meet I get belly, you marry them with that belly day. We born Pekin. Now you know the biological father of that Pekin day. No, you are not the
So
biologist.
you're justifying that you play parts in that result?
No, it was my result. It was my
so
result.
Now you get that,
Oh, yes.
that 71 result.
That's 71, I me get them.
Yeah.
As I tell you, I don't tell you exactly how it work. From October 2017 to June 2018, now the period under review, with the results they cover.
Yeah, but the
and
point
Francis Benkaifala came na ACC on the 4th of July. By October, you're not even knowing where around na the office yet, let alone for being responsible for that results day. So I will take ownership of it.
Okay.
And decency and morality demand, say, people for accept and recognize, say, na me, na the catalyst. Not forget, you know why we get to that one day? People can feel, say, we then say the rating on corruption. Now, either you catch today, you can go and sell. No. You get milestones on governance we for fulfill.
Yeah.
So I came in, I bring the Pay No Bribe campaign, which was a wonderful project where they try for reduce corruption na key public service delivery areas. That was water sector, the energy, the police, the education, and also health. These are the 5 areas. And you know, when you look at we corruption problem, 70% of we corruption problem in the country na petty corruption, where people they go for go take licenses, people they go for go get admission at university, some man they go na hospital for go access free healthcare under the pregnant and lactating mothers them. The corruption where they face, that why traffic police go stop or warden go stop, Okada man, taxi driver or keke man take bribe na yan. Now that one day responsible for 70% of the corruption problem. So when
and then you been the Fed for Fed.
So when
you been the Fed.
So well, not only I be the Fed for reduced corruption, because if you come in as a strategic thinker, 70% of your corruption problem na petty corruption. You dey tackle them, but not only because you want to reduce the ratings, but also the experience of public service users. People where they go for go take licenses, passport, access education. You want to make them get an experience with corrupt free.
Okay.
So those were the two
So
drivers.
while should they take, say, that result there, that 53 they will been get, it was 53, yes. You play part Panam.
No, it was not 53.
71,
71.
sorry. 71. Successively, there's been progress. Last year, we are 76 with the indicators them.
So,
76 under Francis Ben Kaifala. So it means there's been the fight against corruption. As much as you say, you played a part in that indicator day before you left, and you want to take that claim there. As well, why not give Ben his own due that he's been fighting corruption, and the data, what's in the data they show, now that we are at 76%.
So I don't tell you, say, the data, na a complete obscurity to waiting the happen at the ground. You want to tell me, say,
yeah, but you are an expert.
No.
You challenge
so which is why I tell you, say,
yeah, but
then data, yeah.
But you are the same person who's saying you want to take the claim of the 71 where we get. So
Lama,
you play the part in it.
So Lama, if you just allow me
okay,
for
go ahead.
complete my thought process, you go able for see who's the drive at. I don't tell you, say, the ratings on the international bodies here, not on waiting they happen on a daily basis. They look at, ACC don't do a national anti-corruption strategy, yes, then take them. Do they have a pay no bribe campaign? Yes, then take them. And not forget, me bring waiting we call the online asset declaration system. What be the happen then was that every year we go print at least 70 to 100,000 asset declaration forms. Will be the cost the ACC quite a lot of money. We distribute them at the country, right around, and it take we staff the almost a month for go around the country and distribute them the asset declaration here. It be the cost we a lot of money for do the distribution. It cost we a lot of money for collect the asset declaration form here. And we also rent one old place for go store them. Then when you do investigation, you want to access a particular public servant in asset declaration form. You get for go put cartoons and cartoons begin turn. They look for. So I said to myself, look, we can work efficiently and reduce cost. So we approached the EU, then give we about 76,000 euros. Then we use the Sierra Union for build up the online asset declaration technology. And when we launch them, the pilot phase now be with politically exposed persons. And asset declaration improve by almost 15,000 from the previous year. So now each and every Sierra Leonean can sit down at the comfort of his home, go na him phone, go online and fill in assets declaration form and submit it online. When ACC want for investigate, you just you type the person name at the computer, it come up. You no longer they spend hundreds of millions of leons
For use the paper.
for print the paper, for distribute na the one whole country, for collect them na the one whole country, and for also store and document them there. So when you look at the United Nations, you look at UNCAC, where na the UNODC na the body where they look at corruption under UN umbrella. You know, you get UNCAC when na the treaty body where they look at the fight against corruption na the country, na the whole world. And you see say then get certain criteria there with each and every country for do things, the milestones they for achieve. So as they achieve their milestones and the people the way they do assessment on how far a country don't go in fighting corruption, they take note of them thing and they.
Okay.
So like I say, not focus too much on the ratings.
Yeah.
Look at waiting they happen.
No, but the ratings as well, like
So-
you say,
so
the ratings
as I said,
the
as-
rating they indicate say there is progress.
There is
right?
progress, and it's sustainable progress. Me pull am from 49 to 71.
So you want agree and accept say you successor Ben Kaifala say
In maintaining-
don't move am.
in maintaining-
So you left am.
In maintaining and improving
Yeah.
on the foundation one left, he's done well in that. But in the overall fight against corruption, remember I said the fight against corruption not just about the indices. It's about the ordinary man where they go access public service, where they ask for bribe. It talks about the people away they thief government money, whether they just ask they say, well, you go pay the money back, you're not party picking, we not for prosecute you.
But it has happened with people in the opposition. The former national organizing secretary of the APC by Mahmoud wasn't he asked to pay back?
I know-
Ajakala Kamara,
I know-
weren't they asked to pay back?
I not feel say it will be fair on my colleague and co-aspirant by Mahmoud for their comment on you.
No, but I'm just making reference. You say then they ask party picking them for set to pay out and column. I'm just giving example about people them where not to members of the SLPP where they don't get settlement payment with. You
Okay,
know, now the ACC.
so like you this, I am a career prosecutor, and for make you decide for prosecute a case, there has to be a clear and reasonable chance of success, and that is the threshold for prosecution. And when you look at the Anti-Corruption Act of 2008, no sign of the inside the act will be authorize me for each out-of-court settlement. Section 7 of the act tell you, say, where you find evidence of corruption, prosecute. Now let us come to the issue of Paran. He was the clerk of parliament. He put in with his name na payroll voucher. I think for half a year or two, in Wef receive salary. Misappropriation under section 36, subsection 2 is defined as anybody, whether by himself or through another person, cause government for loss, revenue, or funds. Somebody don't come out and take salary for almost 2 years for an institution we know they work, we know one day darken the walls of that institution, they for go work. An ACC report come out and say he is found wanting, let pay the money back. Is that not clear and a reasonable chance of success in prosecuting that case? Mm-hmm. Did someone take monies they are not supposed to take? Yes. Did government lose funds? Yes. At the time when they take the money, when that the mental element of the offense of misappropriation of public funds, therefore no say this money where they take I not deserve because I know they work there. Then ACC come and tell we say with a send to government, to president, the state house for take administrative action. When you take the oath as commissioner of the ACC, it is the oath that binds you to the fate of corruption. If you fend corruption, prosecute, and that was a clear case of corruption. And unfortunately, for reinforce how this government and the SLPP party not take the fight against corruption seriously, they don't elect Paran as the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone People's Party. So it says a lot about how the SLPP take
like,
the fight against corruption
it sound like
very serious.
It sounds like you're being selective. You single out people in the SLPP and they left people them who belong to your own party for even mention them. I mentioned earlier, you say then they get out of court settlement with party picking them. I mentioned somebody we serve now the APC as organizing secretary, national organizing secretary, is running to be flag bearer and one of the people where they contest with you, and also the other members, the people like Ajakala Kamara was at NRA and all of that. Why not also mention them? Why are you being selective?
Okay, I will talk about Ajakala. Mm-hmm. As I say, deliberately, I will not comment on me.
But you agree, say the out of court settlement is not selective with just SLPP people. It has happened with people now in a party as well.
So let me give you this. Mm-hmm. Ajakala, I represent Ajakala at the commissions of inquiry. Mm. Based on the evidence, we may see it not reach the threshold for Usai they say somebody guilty of corruption. I represented her at the commissions of inquiry. One of the things that we come up na a school we I think built na Bomsamba. Mm-hmm. The school is there. Monies were expended. The argument for the ACC then and the commissions of inquiry was value for money. Mm-hmm. That is an academic exercise. We go lay on the doorstep of Ajakala because not to the person we actually put up the structure. But the point why they make is this. You can reach out of court settlement, usa you not see a clear threshold for prosecute. You can reach out of court settlement. But I single out Paran because now one case, usai the corruption, the wap you face. And also recently, we heard about a case usai almost 10 billion or so, we involved Ministry of Finance, Accountant General, and NRA. Hush, ACC dramatically can put 10, almost 2 or 3 billion at table. They say sadness descended upon him. I think sadness should be descending upon him in court, leading the prosecution of that case.
Adi Macauley, do we agree that out-of-court settlements has not only been for SLPP people, it has also happened with people in your party. It don't cut across.
I don't tell you, say, you get people in the APC say if we don't do out-of-court settlements.
Exactly.
There is no denying of the fact.
Okay.
The point is that I don't bring you to what we call the prosecutorial threshold.
Okay.
I don't bring come out a case, 2 cases for the SLPP where there was a prosecutorial threshold. Where in my own professional,
yeah.
I am not only a prosecutor, but I'm also an expert in anti-corruption. Take for example, SLPP, they always get problem with rice. You take the Chinese rice donation for the school feeding program. Almost 39,000 bags of rice went missing. ACC won't go to court. They quietly withdraw the case in court. Titi they know everything but
So you still not agree say the issue of out-of-court settlements cuts across it, not just SLPP people.
So the issue,
Even with the evidence, say you say you talk about by Mahmoud, but it's one individual.
So the issue here is not whether or not it cuts across.
Yeah, but
the threshold.
I'm asking you based on the point where you mentioned.
But we don't agree on that.
So
We don't agree on that.
So let's move on. Progressively, with the indicators and the data,
Yes.
you agree, say, especially at a point where you say, now, Usa, you've been left, Ben Kaifala take, the data show say there was progress after you. You agree, say there's been progress with Ben Kaifala in the fight against corruption, with the indicators, what's in the data they show?
I don't tell you, say, we get for separate indicators to actual corruption will take place at the ground. Right? Do we still see people taking bribes? Of course, yes. Not go too far. When I sit down, they wait for coming here, I hear you they talk about diplomatic passport. For issue diplomatic passport to somebody we're not supposed to forget them is what we call an abuse of office or abuse of process. You get under Section 42 or Section 40 or 42 of the ACC Act. ACC don't come out for investigate. Umar Sharif was actually confirmed to be holding a Sierra Leonean passport. This particular individual, who I believe he get connection to Umar Sharif, also confirmed to get a diplomatic passport. And you know...
It's been reported out there, so the government don't announce an investigation.
So let me give you this. This present government is they announce an investigation. Now, they bury the story. But let's just finish with what they say. My mama now be a public servant for over 40 years. In that 40 years, the almost 30 years of that 40 years, they now be a diplomat. He don't be ambassador, he don't head the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as the Director General. So I mean a diplomat speaking, so I get small knowledge of how they work. For make somebody get a diplomatic passport, now president Nange for use that green pen. And before president do that green pen day, now file the bill. Somebody with they raise the memo say they forget diplomatic passport and the justification why they forget diplomatic passport. President no get for do any due diligence.
Enough for sign no more.
Enough for sign because it get the belief say we don't get civil servant the way they are the very top of the game. Then suppose for do better vetting and due diligence. President no get that time they for go begin the
watch all the paper. Yeah.
So me no they put on the president in doorstep. But the reality is this. It not take you 10 minutes for go through the files them, for check Uda the issue passport to in the past 7 years. And if that is the case, if that particular file they did, Uda do the memo, we do the recommendation for the issuance of that particular passport there. Not forget, say, the fight against corruption. Now, a fair way, it will be dispassionate. That investigation, the way they be announced, they do. As sure say don't pass 6 months.
For diplomat, they just announced one yesterday.
No, they talk about the first one for Umar Sharif.
Well, now police, that is rest with police. Police say, then they investigate. I don't get the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Naya. He say, they don't get request for extradition. They will start the process the moment the police tell them, say, they don't locate Umar Sharif.
I know they talk about the extradition. Me, they talk about the passport issue.
Yeah, but
right.
it's the police who said they're investigating.
You can...
It's not the
So does it take you 6 months to know whether or not a diplomatic passport was issued to a person named Umar Sharif? If so, Uda do the due diligence, and we make recommendation to President Senate for approve this application? Does it have to take you 6 months? No, it doesn't have to take you 6 months. Someone is bearing bad news.
Okay. And what's in clear is, President, we don't see this notice yesterday. President don't give directive for them do thorough investigation into diplomatic passports, who olam, who no olam, how people then get them. And hopefully we will follow up on this. But I ask you the question again, progressively with the data, you think, say, Ben Kedfala has done better than when you were at the ACC?
I could tell you, say, Ben Kaifala don't sustain the improvement we'll make on the indices.
But my number don't go up. Oh.
I say it don't sustain them.
Yeah,
it
they
don't
don't
sustain
go
them.
up.
So me come out from 49 to 76. How many percentage?
71.
71 to.
You say now you get that 71.
49. Oh, not to me they say, now me get them. Let me get them.
Okay.
Yes. From 49 to 71, that was a quantum leap. And waiting, I want to let people realize now is this. I am the shortest serving commissioner of the ACC ever. I took up office on the 4th of April, 2016. I left there June 2018. So inside that short period there, I come out from 49 to 71. It's huge. It's huge. I bring come the pay no bribe campaign. I bring come online asset declaration. And the other thing we also bring come, which we call the Disaster Management Transparency Initiative. Based on the lessons learned from Ebola, myself and Lyle Telopias came together, signed an MOU, and work with the Office of the President and ONS. Say, we for try for put something together. We for monitor disaster management, whether not the funds or the relief items that we come. So when the mudslide happened, we kick into action. Real-time data, now we take. We build up a website where international bodies, local people or countries where they pledge, say we they give this amount of money for help with this particular disaster. We they put on the website. Then we they come again. If you pledge 10 million, because get beaucoup country we will pledge 10 million, but they actually give 2 million. We go put on they say they pledge 10 million.
Well, not this thing.
Not this thing. And beaucoup tend the way the countries here they make their announcement here say, oh, we they pledge 10 million for so disaster. All man do area, but they actually bring 2 million. And with the 2 million they can, and then they talk again. So the Sierra Leonean get this perspective say, 10 million, they don't give them look, they don't do nothing with them. So we say they bring transparency in disaster management. And with the monitor, almost they left the account on a daily basis, real time review, me and Laya Tilopias with the Office of the National Security. And I still recall 2 weeks before President Komadi left office, he called me, he called Lara, he called ONS. Say, look, can get a stock take on the funds and relief items, then where they at hand. So we go to State House. This was 2 weeks before I hand over to President Bio. And we confirmed, say, there was $5 million inside the account, the dollar accounts for the mudslide. There was 6 billion leons in the leons account. And there were several items of relief, bed, bucket. And President Koma was very angry. He said, but people they need them here. Una go and and distribute their items here. And I will tell you, when COVID hit, I understand, say, some of the money they use for even start for do things and not from that money.
Funds day.
From that funds day.
Okay.
So just go and tell you, say, in a very short period of time while in the ACC, there was so much that I did.
You agree, say your friend and brother self don't do so much in your time we did it?
Well, to be honest with you, it would be very unfair for say from where can ACC not do anything. It will be unfair, and it will be disingenuous. Everybody gets what they do. Governance, not continuity. But the point is, the fight against corruption, the real fight against corruption in terms of stopping that corruption will take place, not treat, not government hospital, not institutions of learning, we not improve on that yet.
Okay.
At all. We need to do better. And also, we don't see how many cases where Francis don't pass over. I mean, we love say, Francis Young fight against corruption, a historic fight, where they say this person thief. Say, okay, I have to go back from 1901. It becomes an academic issue. But the point is this: diplomatic passport, issuing it to someone that should not get it, is an abuse of office.
And you think the ACC needs
Oh,
to
the ACC
investigate?
should come in.
Okay.
It's an infringement. Not forget, when I left office, there was a sting operation will be to take place. We a brief President Bio, the one and only time we mean to get we take over a brief on that particular investigation. They would be the give service passport to businessmen and people that we know they work in the government. Not forget, you get beaucoup countries the way
You get visa free if you get
if you get service passport.
yeah.
So when they be the issue them out to people that we're not supposed to get service passport, I sprang into action. I opened an investigation. Francis came, he finished the investigation. They charge people in a court for that. One of them way they be charged now the former ambassador to the UN. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that case.
It was a passport case. So if you can charge that man, he was acquitted though. If you can charge him, why you not go investigate this? Which is why I say it is selective fight against corruption that is taking place now.
The SEC